This paranoia overload would cause the wall crawler to go over the edge as Deadpool would track the guy down, where he found him choking a pregnant woman in a nearby building. Swearing that this actually was the chameleon this time, Spidey tried to rip off the lady's mask, only for Deadpool to actually be the voice of reason for once, telling the guy that maybe he was going a bit too far. Able to convince Peter to let the lady go, in a twisted turn of events, this actually was the chameleon in disguise who drugged Spidey, where Deadpool then kindly tossed the villain out a window for hurting his friend. Managing to shoot out a web line just in time to save the villain, allowing him to escape, Spidey collapsed from the drugs, where the office workers went to unmask the guy so they could potentially go viral. Not about to let his buddy's cover get blown for a TikTok, Deadpool threatened to kebab anyone who even tried to touch the wall crawler. Wanting to prove how good a friend he was, Wade promised Peter he would catch Chameleon, kill him, and save the day. He then dragged Spider-Man's unconscious body to a nearby supply closet, where he switched their costumes, all while covering his eyes so he would follow bro code and not discover Peter's identity. Honestly, Deadpool may be a homicidal mass murderer, but he's honestly a better friend than like 90% of people. Greeting his public as Spider-Man, Deadpool fully committed to his new role as the hero by learning how to web swing and even fought crime. As you could expect, things quickly went from crazy to crazier as Deadpool was interrogating a man who he thought was Chameleon, only to make him wet himself, where he then came across an army of snakes. Thinking this had something to do with Chameleon, Spideypool tracked them down to a nearby testing facility that was being controlled by the serpent-controlling sassy man called the Master. Honestly, that is completely absurd, but you can't lie. The drip goes hard. This facility ended up being a lab where scientists had created a machine that could turn anything into a mouse that would be used for testing, and the villain revealed that he planned to steal this device so he could use it to have an infinite supply of mice to feed his snakes. Telling the villain that this plan was completely dumb, Spideypool whacked the guy with a snake into the machine, where he got fried to a snaky crisp. The Master would not be quite mastered though, as the scientist at the facility told Spideypool that this had actually activated the device, causing the villain to fuse with his snakes, becoming a giant Godzilla mouse creature. Man, props to the Deadpool team. This is the type of stuff that the MCU desperately needs. After mistakenly getting shot by a helicopter pilot, Deadpool used the situation to his advantage, where he snatched the dudes out of the vehicle, webbed his feet to the top of the building, and then used his strength to whip the helicopter into the giant mouse, which caused it to explode, turning the Master and his snakes back to normal.